Hey everybody, welcome back to Don't Take It Personally, bitch! Part 5! Thankfully, the weather is much nicer this morning. The sun is shining, the air is crisp, and it's hard to feel too terrible. Which is good. Because I don't! The class slowly files in like it was just any other day. Except with one notable exception.
Mr. Rook, sup?
I've never seen Kendall so excited in my life, although I'm sure I can guess why.
Let's read Amieda, find out. Charlotte Gruel has updated her relationship status. Oh really, what's that? Kendall Flowers has updated her relationship status. Oh really, why's that? Hey, are you home right now? If so, can I ask you a favor? Yeah, of course, what is it? Could you open your bedroom window right now, please? Okay, why? Oh my god, just FYI, I am so madly in love with you. You are the coolest girl in the world. I do not deserve you. I lose so much. Love, love, love! OMG, 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 OMG! You will not believe what just happened. Lol, what? Charlotte just came by in the pouring rain, and fucking true story, bro. She shouted up to me to my window saying she still loved me. OMG, asked me to forgive her. Standing in the rain, it was literally the most romantic thing I've seen in my life. I'm still in shock. Oh my god, she's so amazing. I can't believe it. Anyway, thought I would just clip the mic there. No big deal. You're making that up. No way. Lol, I am not! This is totally for reals. It was the most amazing thing. I am so in love with her. So in love. OMG, I still can't believe that happened. Congratulations, bro. That's awesome. I know! Ruh-roh, Raggy. Charlotte told me all about how you encouraged her last evening, and I just needed to say, sir, you are a true bro. For reals, you are the bros of bros, sir. TY so damn much.
Well, I just helped her figure out her feelings, that's all.
Lol, well, TY all the same. You're a true bro, Mr. Rook. Kendall? Hey, Charlotte.
Well, that was the strangest thing I've ever been told.
No, it's not. It literally can't be. We're in 2027. Bro is actually only weird if in the fact that it's like a dead lingo, and people think that it's too traditional now.
But I'm glad they both seemed happy.
And objective. Wow, what a great way to start off the fucking first part of part 5. Woo!
Of course, the whole subplot seems funny at the time. Sure, it's all at his expense and really pretty cruel, but we laugh anyway. But tell me, what do you think of the ending? Is it funny at all? Do you think it's the main characters who get the last laugh? Or is there something more uncomfortable about it, like the ending of Tokyo Ghoul? Anyone can answer. What do you think? Just whatever your first impression was. Come on, anyone? Who do you think gets the last laugh?
Desu! Golly!
By the end of the day, I am positively worn out. It's just been one of those days. Everyone was silent every single time I had a question for the class. Not even Charlotte had my back. And halfway through the lecture, all my notes said were improvise about Toby and Maria's relationship for 10 minutes. Why would I do that to myself? It was not my finest hour.
It's kind of weird how you're like this far into it, and yet like you have like actually like the hiccups of like a beginner. So that's weird. You know what I mean, bro?
I'm thankful for how quiet the evening is as I walk home.
I mean, this doesn't look like a very eventful neighborhood. Is that a park over there? It looks like the fence is around like a swing set or a park.
It's beautiful out, at least. So I decide to take the long way home, as a consolation to myself. A small consolation, though. All I can think about is how shitty the entire school day was. I can't help but wonder if I'm just not cut out for this job. I can never get my students to engage with the work. I don't know if I'm actually teaching anything. And most ridiculous of all, I spend more time dealing with student drama than the curriculum. I think maybe it's just about time to conclude that my life is going to suck no matter what I do with it.
Yay!
I don't really mean that. I'm not about to get depressed about it. I'm way too old for that. I just sure wish I could reach my students is all. It's killing me. That's all that's on my mind as I walk home. I'm so distracted it's not for a while that I notice the sound of footsteps. It's otherwise a perfectly quiet evening, save for the footsteps following behind me. It's almost a little eerie. After a few minutes, I finally yield to my curiosity. I turn my head over my shoulder to see who's there. Strange. Utterly strange. Both the outfit, and because these side streets are always empty, and she must have been following for a good 5 minutes now. I just keep walking.
Why? Why didn't you stop her? Why? Why?
Is she talking to me? I keep walking.
Her spirit isn't at rest. Why did you let her die?
That strikes a nerve. Confused and baffled, I turn to face her. What? Are you talking to me? She says nothing but nods. Leave me alone, please. I don't know what on earth you're talking about. I turn back and keep walking, but then she responds and I can't help but shiver.
Isabella.
Shocked to hear her name, I turn around, intent on confronting this strange, creepy woman, but she's nowhere to be seen. Just completely and utterly vanished. What? I don't know what the hell to think, as I hurriedly walk back home, but none of it is good. I find myself unsettled by the whole thing to absolutely no end.
This piano, man, keeps fucking resetting. Groundhog Day piano. 11:50 a.m. Monday. Ooh, lunchtime. Okay.
It's really important that if you haven't started to think about what you're going to do for the big creative project, you think about it now. They're due in 2 weeks, so if you don't at least know what you're doing, you need to figure it out immediately. You can talk to me after class if need be. There's no homework for tonight, other than eating shrimp tails in your cereal bowl. I'm finished early again. Before, I thought it was because I was planning better. Now I just wonder if my classes aren't just getting shorter and shorter. That's bad. Alright, well, that's it. I guess we're running a bit early, so I'm going to let you go now, but please take your time going to the cafeteria, alright? No need to rush. That's all. They all slowly start to leave. Then I realize, no, only 2 have actually left. Everyone else is just milling about, kind of aimlessly. You're all welcome to stick around in the classroom and eat if you want.
Thanks. Sup, Akira? Why aren't you with your boyfriend?
I'm about to speak, but then I realize there's nothing I can say with honesty.
Alright. We're gonna enjoy ourselves here and read some Amie. Cesaro. Too cute. Too cute. Wait, but he's actually a girl. Man, whatevs. It's not hetero if he's a reverse trap. I'll explain later. He's not really your type, is he? Not enough dick, I would have thought. Stay classy, Taylor. Easy, bro. She's right. There's no such thing. Why don't you all block her? Ah, the sweet, sweet taste of block. Ah, stop it! Lol. I swear, the only people who block each other on social media are people whose crushes message them once. Did you get back together? It's about time. Sorry, wait, that's not how I do Ariana. Did you get back together? It's about time. I can't say I really understand what that literature lecture was all about. If not even the great Charlotte can understand it, what hope do the rest of us have? Lol, yeah. Congrats, bro. Yeah, congratulations. You two made a great couple. Kendall Flowers is cross-dressing, lol. What? Voila! Could be a gentleman, sure. But could she be a prince? Didn't think so. You could be my prince. Oji-sama. No, only hers. Sorry, bro. Lol, I'm heartbroken. Instead of actually reading the play, we just watched a Shakespeare movie. Best class ever. Wait, you actually liked that movie? I thought it was just weird. It was funny. Right, we've already seen this. Hey bro, 2 things. What time did you say you were gonna meet tomorrow? I just want to be sure. Don't want to stand around awkwardly for like an hour again. Do you mind if I spend lunch on Monday with Taylor? Sounds like she wants to apologize for being such a bitch. Would be nice. Bruh, Taylor is like soy sauce on bread. No, not at all. It's totes okay. Really hope that it turns out well for you, given what you've told me about her. And lol, yeah, let's not repeat the last date. We said 2 p.m. Okay, thanks. Well, he's apparently working things out with Taylor, privately. No big deal, it's good they're making up. Oh, shit.
Kendall?
I'm sure it's fine. Better that she stops raging so hard over getting dumped, bro. Yeah, 'cause Taylor is toads the type for forgiving. Let me tell you, bro, I would not trust my girlfriend anywhere near her if I didn't want some sort of drama clusterfuck. Kendall! I'm sorry, you guys. She's not very cute when she's being inexplicably hostile towards friends. Okay, hold on. I get that, like, the tone that they wanted here in this scene was like, Kendall's a kind of edgy lesbian and she's not afraid to be bellicose, and that therefore people want to kind of ring her in. But Taylor's actually evil. Like, she's actually fucking evil. Like, lol, friends. Come on, knock it off, really. It really is not endearing. Sorry. Come on, no, okay, hold on. This scene did not age well. I get it, Kendall's a bellicose lesbian, but, like, Taylor is fucked up, like...
Come on, let's keep it civil here. It's not a big deal. People talk about their exes all the time. It's not something worth getting worked up over. Everyone turns awkwardly quiet as, I hope, they realize I'm right. The conversation never returns, though. Kendall and Akira just turn to occasionally saying something quietly to the other, Charlotte frequently looking like she might have something to say, but then never actually does. Ariana sits on her own, her attention alternating between her computer and smiling cutely at me. I smile back, of course, but unable to think of anything to say. Everyone seems to be more paying attention to their computers than to each other. In general, it's the most awkward sight I've ever seen from an ordinarily very social group.
Yeah, because you told him to shut up! Ariana Belisai is still totally in love, in case anyone was wondering. I actually was kind of wondering, honestly. Honestly, when she's in that black coat, it's kinda... she looks a little too formal, man. I like her in that blue dress, you know what I'm saying? Weren't you going to say something? To Mr. Rook, you asshat. Oh, right. Let me figure out how to actually say it.
Not for lack of trying, I guess. I ate my lunch patiently, wondering if Akira's actually going to follow through on his plans to strike up conversation. Mercifully, he eventually does.
Oh, thank God! Oh, mercy! Dude, honestly, Akira's fucking cute. I'm straight as fuck, but I'm homo-romantic. Akira's cute AF. Hey, sir, I was wondering, have you ever read a novel called Digital Shinigami? It seems like it'd be up your alley.
No, I don't think so. Who's it by?
Eriko Yamazaki. Don't know if you've heard of her.
Nope. Huh. Any relationship? Is she some distant cousin of yours?
Nah, my grandmother, actually. But she was a really big sci-fi writer in, like, the 1980s, and actually is kind of cool. Wow, I never knew that. That's really cool.
It was me. I'm Emiko Yamazaki, dog.
For reals, bro. Also, it's a lot like some of the stuff we were reading earlier this year.
You don't say. I'll have to keep my eye out for it then. What's it about?
Well, do you know what a Shinigami is normally?
I don't believe so, no.
Lol, here's where Akira turns into the biggest weeaboo ever.
I have absolutely no idea what she just said, but Akira gives her the dirtiest look.
WTF, weeaboo? I'm actually Japanese! You mad, Kendall? Lol, remind me again where you were born? Oh my god, STFU, we were having a conversation. Anyway.
Kendall just smirks to herself, clearly having gotten in a very clever insult. If only I knew what the hell it was.
Again, you cannot be an adult in 2027 and not know what weeaboo is. Hold on. We're gonna do the math here. We're gonna do some simple fucking arithmetic, okay? So if it's 2027, and Mr. Rook said he was 38, like, a few parts ago, he was born in 1989. Interestingly enough, fall of the Berlin Wall. Okay, when he was, like, let's say 14 at a formative year, right, of his life, it was 2003. That would imply, dude, 2003, there was already, like, anime going on and stuff in the world. It makes no sense that he's, like, 30. Mans. What was I talking about?
Shinigami.
Oh, right. Anyways, they're a sort of death spirit. Sometimes they just carry our soul to the afterlife, or if you die with regrets, they might try to put them right before they can move on. You know, stuff like that. They're not usually supposed to be all that big on the whole haunting thing, but it happens.
Huh, interesting. So it's kind of like the Grim Reaper?
I. Sorta. Except you're more likely to get a cute girl in a yukata than a skeleton in a robe. Also, nobody actually believes in the Grim Reaper.
Huh.
Anyway, the book's about a sort of futuristic take on that. You know, modern death spirits now have to cope with technology, that sort of thing. It's totes rad.
He keeps going on, but I get caught up on his original explanation. It sounds just a little bit too familiar. I'll have to look that up then. It sounds, interesting. I make the motions of continuing conversation with him, but my mind is completely elsewhere. Tuesday night. There's nothing more in life that I hate than marking tests. Even when it's not that many at once, it's just an absolutely excruciating experience. The literacy level isn't that bad as some people like to exaggerate it to be. But somehow that doesn't help when you're evaluating answers like, the lady's problems were that marriage was necessary and Cicerario's cross-dressing identity mistaken. Thank you, Taylor. I'm pretty sure that's not a sentence, at least not in any language I speak. How the fuck do you even begin to mark something like that? They're not at all that bad. Well, most of them are actually. Charlotte's answers are at least comprehensible, but that's just because she's writing what I said in class, verbatim in places. I ended up bumping everyone's marks up so much that the class average is a low 80. If everyone's having trouble, then that means it's my fault. No need for them to suffer for that. Next morning. Okay, I'll be handing back your tests at the end of the period. The class average was about 83, so good work, everyone. For the last unit before the independent study and exam review, I'm going to give you something much easier than the last few have been. I know you're all exhausted, so now we're going to be taking a look at some short stories, specifically Edgar Allan Poe. It shouldn't take more than half an hour to read the first. Once you're all done, there's a couple of questions that I'll put on the board to answer, but they're all very straightforward. This isn't going to be strenuous. I let them go to reading. I didn't really have any intention of presenting this as being easy, but given the abysmal test scores, I think I need to restrain myself. They're clearly all struggling. As I copy out the easier questions I prepared last night, that's all I can think about. Maybe this just isn't my week at all. Maybe it's just not their week. The class seems as stressed as I am. Well, I never did expect this to be an easy job.
I mean, it's somewhat easy. It's a steady job.
Somehow, when my prep period arrives, I find myself forced into the classroom again. I've got to talk to that teacher who keeps using the office for frivolous things, with absolutely nothing to do. At least this time I don't feel bad about spending the entire time checking up on my students' AMIA Connect pages. It's not like I have anything better to do. Although I certainly wonder about the classes they're in right now. I'm pretty sure they should have better things to do. At least I'm not the only one whose class they chat through. Somehow it makes me feel at least a little bit better knowing that. Yeah, I figured that was coming, right? Let's see. I was actually curious myself. What was the name of the book you were telling Mr. Rook the other day? Digital Shinigami by Eriko Yamazaki. Thank you. I didn't know you were into those types of stories. There's a lot you don't know about me, Kendall. What the fuck? Wait, was that like cute? Was that like a sort of like, look at my tail. Look at my little deer tail. It's like a fluffy ball. Or was she being like confrontational? I don't get it. Shitty. Everything is shitty. What's wrong, bro? Just have to bring myself to do something hard. Shit sucks. What? What are you talking about? So everything's cool then? Yeah, everything's cool. What more's there to say? Everything sucks. So, I was just talking to Nolan, as I'm sure you know. I hope you don't think I'm being too rude here, since it's clearly none of my business, but there were some things about our conversation that jumped out at me, and I really want him to be happy. It seemed like there were some things that he just wasn't quite sure how to bring up with you. I'm sorry, that's not too presumptuous of me, is that? I know I haven't been the nicest to you. I'm sorry. It just really is jealousy, and I'd like to apologize for that. Kay? It's fine, bro. I know you don't really have it in for me. I actually really did want to know what you two were talking about. I know things between you two were not so great. Well, I was responsible for screwing things up between us. I wish I had let him go sooner, instead of just clinging on to him for selfish purposes. It was a very me thing to do. We just talked about him now, mostly. Sounds like you two are doing really well. Even if he's obviously not interested in you sexually, at least he finally has a friend again. I know he was feeling really desperate for me when he traded me for you.
Um, did he say that? He's the hard boy to coax things out of. Don't worry about it too much if he didn't want to tell you about that. You have to understand that he just tries very hard not to be vulnerable, except to the people he's the very closest to. I'm really worried about this whole Taylor X Nolan thing. What do you think? I'd ask Kendall, but she just exaggerates everything. But, should I be worried? I don't know. I wish I could help you, but this is a little out of my realm of understanding. I can't say I have any experience with either boys or straight girls. What do you think? Is there really cause for concern? This is something I really wanted to say in person, but, well, I couldn't. Sorry. You deserve better. I've been holding on to you selfishly. I like you so much, but I didn't realize that part of love means letting that person do what makes them truly happy. But you're straight. This can't work. I've been a shitty person for thinking it could and getting in the way of you and Taylor just for my own selfish whims. I'm sorry. Really sorry. You should go back with her, like you obviously want to. I fucked up, bro. Sorry. At least forgive me. I just want you to be with someone who makes you happy.
There's not really much to feel great about. What the hell's going on here? Next morning. My walk to school is quiet as always. I'm really grateful that I'm not in the middle of a terribly busy neighborhood. I can just take quiet side streets all the way there.
This game is so full of subplots in between subplots. It's so cool. I dig it.
I arrive as early as I normally should. No surprise, the classroom is empty. I get to clearing up my desk and getting my notes ready for class. I've been there for only a few minutes when there's a knock on the door. Strange. It's open. That never happens. I turn to look as an unfamiliar woman walks in.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Rook? The office told me I could find him here.
That's me, John, but you have me at a disadvantage.
What?
Her temper seems short. Never mind. How can I help you?
I'm Ichigo Yamazaki. I understand that you're my son's homeroom teacher.
Oh, so you're Akira's mother. Yes, that's right.
Maybe you can explain something to me then. Does this school not have a strict policy about bullying?
Yeah, of course.
Then maybe you can explain why my son immediately locked himself in his room when he got home last night. And maybe you can explain why I had to deal with his poor boyfriend knocking at our door in tears. Do you just not care about bullying when it's gay students? Is that it, Mr. Rook? Because I am certainly not paying tuition for teachers to be
Whoa, whoa! No, please, no, calm down! She was about to accuse me of being homophobic, and I know that Akira broke up with Nolan, but what does that have to do with me? I had no idea. For what it's worth, I thought Akira and Nolan's relationship was extremely healthy and encouraged it. But I'm not responsible for them breaking up. It's hard for both, but that's just part of being a teenager. It's out of my control.
Do you know why they broke up, Mr. Rook?
No. This is actually the first time I've heard of it. I can think of at least one reason why, but I can't admit to that. She never said anything to him in front of me. He never told me about her messages. As far as I should know, it didn't happen.
Then maybe you should be paying better attention. Akira showed me a series of harassing messages that this girl had sent. It's completely unacceptable. And yesterday, she cornered him at lunch to tell him that, quote, like him could never make Nolan happy, unquote. And that he was being selfish for dating a straight boy. Can you imagine how hurtful that must have been? This is completely unacceptable. What are you going to do about this?
She said what?
Okay, one particular thing I want to say here that's pretty interesting. Notice how Taylor did her worst, really laid her claws into Akira, at lunch, in private, neither in social media or in class. Keep that in mind. We'll put a pin in that for now, YouTube.
That's far worse than I imagined. At least she was subtle in her messages, but that's appalling. I can't believe she'd... Miss Yamazaki, you have my utmost assurances she's not going to go without reprimand. It's not acceptable. I promise you, ma'am, I will straighten her out.
Get it?
We do have a strict anti-bullying policy, and I'm personally shocked and offended by her actions. And that's the truth.
I should hope so. I just want to make it perfectly clear. I don't want to be antagonistic. Akira likes you and says you're a good teacher. But if I ever hear about her doing this to either my boy or Nolan again,
Then she'll be expelled. I'll see to it personally. It's not okay. That's the bottom line, Miss Yamazaki.
okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. I have to get to work now, but I'll be keeping up. You seem decent enough. I'm sorry we had to meet under these circumstances.
Me too. She turns to leave.
Oh, dude, stop her with one more question, dude. Come on. Flirt her up a little bit. Be like, hey, you want to go out for some tea? I'll introduce you to my 17-year-old girlfriend. Or 16, I don't know.
Wait, Miss Yamazaki? She turns back to face me.
Yes, Mr. Rook?
How are they doing? Is Akira doing better?
I'm glad you asked. They're back together, if that's what you mean. Akira was feeling vulnerable, but Nolan, the sweetheart, stayed over all night to make sure he was okay. I think he's doing a lot better now. Nolan was furious, though. He was holding in a lot when he heard what Taylor had said, for Akira's sake. He was trying to be brave, but I worry about him.
That's rough. He always seemed sensitive about the subject, too.
Oh, so you understand. Well, I think he'll be fine. They're a good influence on each other. Just please, deal with Taylor before Nolan makes a rash decision.
I'm about to object, to say that sounds awful threatening, but to be honest, if I had someone do that to someone I loved, I would probably do something stupid too. I'm not going to hold it against her, so long as he doesn't act on it. I will.
Thanks. Goodbye now.
Bye. Tough words from me talking about having her expelled. I have no idea what that process is like, but tuition here isn't exactly cheap. It would probably be very difficult. Not that Taylor knows that. It's a good threat anyway. I really hope it won't come to testing it. I go back to sit at my desk, trying to get my thoughts in order. I'm going to have to deal with Taylor later, of course, but I still do have a class to teach today. I start to focus on that, reviewing my notes just to be sure as the class slowly comes in.
Hi, Mr. Rook.
Hi. She goes to sit down without saying another word. I guess she can probably tell that I'm stressed. Eventually, the rest of the class starts to file in, although I'm really only interested in a certain pair who come in at the same time. Wait, Nolan? Akira?
Hi, sir. Sap.
Oh, I'm sorry about the uniform, but it's... Relax. Nobody cares about the dress code. That's not what I was going to say. Oh, I heard about what happened. I'm going to have some very strong words with her, so... Nolan, I know you're probably still angry, but let me handle it, okay? Fine. You're gonna deal with that bitch? I can tell he's holding in a lot of stronger words than that. He's probably more than a little embarrassed. He wants to be the strong man, protecting his boyfriend, I imagine. But it is better if I deal with it.
Is it now? Is it really?
Easy. I'll talk to her, but you have to be calm. And Akira, next time there's something wrong, tell me right away, okay?
KK, sir. TY, you're a bro.
You're welcome. I just wish you could have told me. I would have dealt with it sooner. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that.
TY, sir. Well, I guess we did know about it sooner, didn't we? Yeah, I guess we fucking did!
Before I begin, Taylor,
Yes, Mr. Rook?
in my office, right after your last class. Is that understood?
Okay.
Good. Now, on to the story you all were supposed to read last night.
3:55 p.m. Where is my shrimp?
I'm still not sure how I'm going to deal with Taylor yet, but I'm definitely going to make it clear that's not... But I'm definitely going to make it clear to not try this sort of bullshit again. Taylor's probably already on her way to my office. But before I go, I need to check out if there's any fucking porn on 4chan, dude. Nolan Striukis loves Akira, no matter what some may say.
That's really sweet. I'm sorry about Taylor. She went completely over the line.
You know she was already gonna do this from day one, right? What the fuck? Stay away from my boyfriend, you crazy bitch!
What? What did she do? Nothing.
It wasn't nothing. She tried to get back at me by harassing Akira. What the fuck? It was fucking horrible.
I'm really disappointed. WTF, crazy bitch!
Basically. Yo, Kendall Nolan Dream Team against Taylor. Oh man. Oh man.
Warning, do not let your boyfriends near Taylor Gibson. She is a horrible B-word and will emotionally abuse them. Is what Nolan's saying true? That's really completely over the line. I know you don't like Akira, but that's no excuse to be a bitch. Didn't you consider Nolan's feelings? Ariana! No longer being a fence sitter. Alright. What's up with Akira? He seems absolutely awful, but I don't know what's up, and he won't say. Is he okay? No idea. He won't tell me either. I hope so, sis. I hope so. It's just not like him. OMG, it was Taylor. Look at her wall. Oh my god. Do you know what she actually did? I know Taylor can be bad, but I thought she was above abusing Akira to get back with his boyfriend. LOL, guess not!
Oh, whoops. Hold on. Hold on. No! No! Okay, so basically, fucking, Nolan and Akira had a heart-to-heart, and they figured everything out that Taylor was being manipulative, so that's fun. Season 2 of Nico confirmed! Big connect!
Honestly, not really looking too forward to that.
I'm going to star fucking Kimi. It's gonna star fucking Kimi. Pretty sure the world doesn't need Mahou Shoujo magical heartbreaker jerk Kimi-chan. Bro, I would watch the hell out of that. You know, so would I actually.
But it's totally not gonna be anything like that. It's gonna be some alternate continuity or something, so it doesn't have to bother to try redeeming Kimi at all. I call bullshit.
Well, how could you possibly redeem Kimi after that big betrayal? She's a great, interesting character, but you can't kind of forgive her for that. Dunno, lol. Okay, for serious though, there's gotta be a way. There's always a way. I don't agree. Some people can just go DIAF forever. Kimi's definitely fucking one of them. What? For reals, bro. I mean, I would take totally a whole series to make up for that. You can't just have it as an afterthought. But it could be all about her realizing what a horrible person she was and trying to overcome that. That'd be a story I'd want to see. Also, it's not like it would be inconsistent. That's how it goes in real life. You act like a horrible bitch to everyone, and you just have to make up for it and keep going. You don't get a fucking stupid guidance story where everything's great and perfect and awesome again. You learn to grow a fucking pair. Damn. Shit sucks. Shit sucks.
Hi, Mr. Rook.
Hello. What? You hear that fucking music, Taylor? Why don't you have a seat? She sits down, trembling.
What's this about?
Taylor, don't insult my intelligence. You know exactly what this is about.
Oh, is this about Akira? What did he tell you? He seemed really upset at me for some reason, like he was blaming me for...
Oh, hell no you don't. I don't even want to hear what ridiculous story she was going to tell. I preempt her, deciding on my approach. How should I handle this?
I don't know, honestly. Because there's literally no repercussions for our actions later on. He just feels shitty himself about doing the angry approach, but that's like, kind of it. Gentle approach? Does it really get justice?
Whatever that means.
What if we do gentle? Just do gentle.
There's something wrong here, clearly. I don't know what her problem is, but I should be calm. I'm the mature one here. She's just a fucked up 17-year-old girl. Come on, just admit it. You were a jerk to him. You were a jerk to him for... what, exactly? She stops and sighs, seeming to realize she can't argue her way out.
I wanted Nolan back. Is that really so wrong, Mr. Rook? I like him. I miss him.
That's a funny way of showing you like someone, hurting the boy they love.
Well, it's not like anything I said was wrong. It'll never work between them. Nolan isn't a wee-wee! I know that. He knows that. But everyone pretends they're this amazing, perfect couple anyway.
Have you considered the possibility that you're wrong, or that it doesn't matter anyway?
I'm not wrong. He's just dating Akira to get back at me. It's not like he's actually going to fuck him. It's just spite.
I wince. Is she really so self-centered that she believes that? When they broke up, he was reduced to tears. He was devastated. Do you really think that's spite?
Well, of course he cried. That little boy isn't exactly...
Nolan was reduced to tears, not Akira. So that's a funny way of showing spite, wouldn't you say?
Really?
Really. She goes quiet for a long time. A very long time.
Well, fine, what do I care? It's all about Akira's feelings or Nolan's feelings. You jump right away to defend the fucking men, but you sure don't care about my feelings, do you? Isn't that the wrong way around? No, of course. Nobody cares about my feelings. Nobody even thinks about how I feel. Lol, Taylor, stop being a bitch. I'm not allowed to be upset. Nobody ever rushes to defend me. Nobody ever asks me if I'm okay. I'm popular. I'm friends with everyone. I'm pretty. I go to parties. My life must be great. FML. Fuck my fucking life. I have one friend. I wear makeup because people made fun of me when I didn't. I go to parties because all I want to do is find one boy, one fucking boy, who could actually be there for me when things suck. My life sucks. Oh yes, I'm popular. Everyone always talks about me. What a crazy bitch. But at least they're saying it all the time, right?
She stops to compose herself, and I don't say anything while she does. What can you possibly say to that?
So go ahead, sir. Bitch me out. Tell me how I'm the worst person. I just hurt others, and you don't care about my feelings. Fine. What's one more?
She waits, expectingly. How can I answer that?
You know what? Yeah, I sympathize with the scapegoats.
So how does treating Akira like shit help you with that?
Good point.
I guess that wasn't really gentle after all. I don't care.
Well, I might have had a chance in getting Nolan back. That would have helped. That would have helped a lot.
You'd break both...
Also, by the way, this is fascinating. So she thinks that she's kind of strenuous with the quality of her social relationships as well. But so did Nolan, remember? At the beginning of the game, Nolan was like, bro, Taylor was my only friend for like a little bit there.
You'd break both Akira's heart and the heart of the boy you're trying to get back, just for the chance of something impossible happening.
Of course. What do I have to lose? And it's not like either of those two care about how I feel. Why shouldn't I be the same? Wait, but then why do you want to get him back if he doesn't care about how you feel? What?
I'm speechless. Just utterly speechless. I mean, I have to say something, but what is there even to say besides the obvious?
Go on, say it. Everyone says it always, without fail.
That's the most self-centered thing I've ever heard in my life. The world doesn't revolve around you, Taylor.
And scene.